for another video. Let's start talking mono lids. We're talking about eye shapes, you guys. And yesterday we were talking a few different eye shapes to cover and explaining a little bit on the makeup and some of the stars that might carry that shape. So let's go into mono lids. Now mono lids, there's a lot of the world population that has monolid. I would say a lot of the Asian community, they're not the only ones. I mean, there's a lot of different cultures that have monolid, and you always want what you don't have. So a lot of people with monolids will get this surgically cut so that they can like have that little socket that, you know, North Americans have. I've seen it when I lived in Asia for a little while. That surgery is done pretty often, actually. They're different than the traditional Western eye. The eye is small, and the goal is to make it appear larger, as the monolid is ideal for vibrant, bold colors and eyeliner. It's actually a super cool eye to work on. Oof, because everything looks different, and you can just do different techniques with that shape. And appearing above, oh, I should explain this better. The model eye has no clear definition between the eyelid, the crease area, and above, leading to the entire area appearing to be one surface. Shadow is used to create a desired crease and add definition to the eye area. So on this eye, I mean, makeup makes a massive difference, because you can actually sort of magically create shape, but you have to stand back and make sure it's not overwhelming their face. And you know, it can be interesting how we always try to make everybody look Western. I like accentuating the monolid shape if I can at times. So there's not really a rhyme or reason on what you can and can't do. You really have to fiddle and play. But I always put a lot of emphasis usually on this part, on the outer part. And normally there's some eyelashes added as well, because that alone opens it up and it makes it look a little bit bigger, and there's a lot of happy faces when you can do that. If you can create a bit of a faux crease there, it's often open arm accepted and loved, but you're going to have to deal with each eye as you see it and determine what's going to work. What's really cool is doing graphic liner on monolids, so have some fun with that. And yeah, I hope that explains a little bit about monolids, and obviously we'll be doing more stuff in future, but I wanted to give you guys just a little clip hit of info on it. Alright, so let's just talk about close set eyes. Alright, this is interesting. I'll get out a little gadget here to work with, maybe a pen or a brush. Yeah, this should be all right. Okay, so basically what you're doing when you're trying to figure out about close set eyes, it refers to the location of the eyes. So somebody like Miley Cyrus, we'll use her as an example. So basically what happens is your eyes are set just a little bit closer together than normal, or than on other people. And the way to tell that is to kind of like decide, can I fit one whole eye in the middle of my bridge of my nose here, and then one over here, so that you kind of got, wow, third eye. So the third eye thing, but if it can't quite fit, if it's a little bit tight in there, I guess I could have a slightly close set eyes. I don't know, it depends on the day. I might be my makeup today, but if it's really close set in here, then what you'd want to do with the makeup is to not put anything deep and dark on the inner part here, because it will take the inner corner and bring them even closer together, and the goal here is to balance. So you'll want to bring some lighter tones, some bone color or shimmer or anything in this inner corner here, and pull out the eye and put some deeper tones on the outer part of the eye, and that will help to widen it. Okay, you definitely need to lighten the inner corners. Avoid bringing the eyeliner across the eye into the inner corners. I mean, it depends how you do it, but it can, if you do it blocky enough, close it back up. So watch that inner corner eyeliner thing, because that can trip trip you up. So you want to watch for making them look closer set and seeing what you can do to kind of pull them further apart. And I hope that helps with close set eyes. Let's go on to the next. Well, thinking about wide set eyes, you have to think about the actress from, if you've seen it during COVID, the Queen's Gambit, I hope that's right. And her name is Anya Taylor-Joy. Anya, I hope I'm not saying it wrong. Sorry if I am. Her face is so interesting to me to look at, and that wide set eye means that you could fit more than her eyeball in between where her eyes are set, so they're wide set. And what you can do with wide set is you can, you know, bring it in towards the inner corner, but sometimes it's cool to even further accentuate the wideness. It makes it look like almost alien-like, but it just depends on what look you're going for. Obviously, they're the opposite to close set eyes. There is a lot of space between the nose bridge and it's further apart here. But it can be just so ideal for dramatic makeup application. Bringing a wide set eyes closer together requires to avoid highlighting in the inner corner of the eyelid, to bring the eyeliner and bringing the eyeliner towards the tear duct. So really heavying up on the inner tear duct here, and or accentuating and going hog wild with the whole concept of it. And as you can see in the picture here, she is not hiding her wide set eyes, she's going with it, and I think that's cool to do too. So whatever works for you guys is fine with me, but just to know what the basic strategies are if you are trying to bring them a little closer together. All right, let's talk about deep set eyes. An awful lot of people have deep set eyes, and as we age as well, they'll go further back in your head and they'll shrink. So deep set eyes happen a lot, and it gives the appearance of a more prominent brow bone up here. And the actress that I'm bringing up on this one is going to be Amanda Peet, I believe, yeah. Amanda Peet, if you've seen her eyes, I mean, they're stunning. They grab your attention. I'm trying to think of someone else off the top of my head. I watched Seinfeld, if you guys watch Seinfeld. So I'm thinking of Elaine Bennis, you know, the character who plays Elaine on Seinfeld. She's got quite deep set eyes as well. There's so many shapes to eyes, and you can go deep set and downturn. Like, there's all kinds of twists and turns to eyes, but just a general rules for deep set eyes is you want to try to pull them forward or not make them recess anymore into the eye socket. It creates a sunken appearance. So to bring the eyes closer to the surface and move them forward, use basic highlighting skills, lighter colors, medium shades in the crease, and no dark shades. Although I like the look of a deep set eye with smoky, really dark. So like, these are rules, but you can always break them. But for most women, like, they want their eyes to pop forward. So keep your eyelid colors sort of medium to light and put lots of highlight colors here. If you want to enhance the strength of it, you could go a little darker maybe on the bottom and smoke it out. But, you know, let's just keep in mind that, you know, anything too dark is going to close the eye shape up. And then in the crease area, if you want to just like pull this out a little bit and keep this thin, the crease area definition part thinner, not so wide, it will pop it open. As long as you kind of go lighter and then a little bit of depth and then lighter, you could still pop it out a bit. So that is deep set eyes. I hope that's helpful. All right, so same kind of assignment today. What I want you guys to do is to like pick a look or two and try them out on your eye shape to see if it resonates. Like, look in the mirror and see what your eye shape is. And even if it isn't your eye shape, say for example you don't have hooded eyes but you want to practice that outer V, go ahead and do so, or practice doing a smaller crease and popping the eye out and forward. Practice some of the techniques that I've explained to you guys on here. And you'll get a pretty good feel for how you can maneuver eye shapes just by doing these little exercises that I'm giving you. And yeah, tomorrow we're going to be talking about classic eye looks. And then on Friday we are going, I'll be posting some demo work. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye for now.